please consider subscribing. It'll really help my channel to grow. I'd really appreciate it. Um, okay, sorry, I'm trying to get situated. Um, for me to go live, like there's this thing where you have to take a picture apparently, and I don't know what that picture is going to look like necessarily, because I don't know what your reading looks like. Until I pull your cards, and I like to pull the cards on the camera. So I started doing this thing where I'm basically like pulling a little screenshot or whatever, something prior off camera. So let's get into that. Taurus, this is just going to be a little check-in and see how you're doing, see like anything spirit wants to talk about with you for right now, just checking in. I can see that you dealt with something that was really like hard for you. It was like a burden for you. It was so hard, like you got hurt so badly, and whatever this was for you, that you basically had to like guard yourself and defend yourself against it. You had to speak a truth. For some of you, you might have had to get an order of protection against someone in a situation. You had to like really be honest and like brutally true in regards to somebody like overstepping their power, overstepping their boundaries. I felt like it took a long time for you to get to that point where you were able to find balance in the situation. I felt like you definitely held on and endured way more than you needed to for way too long. But I felt like something caused you to look at the situation and kind of evaluate if everything was lining up properly, if you're being treated fairly, if everything was working out, like if it was equal investment, if you should continue. Something caused you to evaluate something. And I felt like you kind of like had that realization that it was time that you needed to let something go. It caused you a lot of mental conflict, a lot of arguments, it was just toxic energy. It caused you to doubt yourself and really be in your thoughts at times. And ultimately, you knew you needed to leave the person, place, or thing, whatever it was for you. Take it as it resonates. Don't force the messages. It's a general reading. And again, this is just to get us started. But I felt like you ultimately had to leave the situation, person, place, or thing because it wasn't emotionally satisfying for you. It caused you to feel depleted. It wasn't putting into you. It was taking out and taking out and taking out. It's basically like this analogy as if you're a pitcher and you have a cup for your job, your parents, your family members, your family, your friends, your job, your bills, yourself. Like you have all these cups. You have your pitcher for yourself, and you have all these cups that you have to pour in to your siblings and your family and your friends when they need help, when they need emotional support, when they need to talk to you, when they need assistance. You have to pour into your job. You have to wake up and maintain a schedule and make sure that you're there and meet those obligations. You have to pour into like whatever other obligations that you have for you. You're constantly pouring into other people and places or things. So at the end of the day, if nobody's pouring back into you, you have nothing left in you, let alone anything left to pour into anybody else. We pour with what's running over. We pour with what we have excess of. We don't have the ability to pour what we don't have. I can't give you what I don't got. I can't give you something I don't have. And so I feel like you've made that realization for something, whether like if it's a job, like you realize like it's not worth the pay is not worth all the work. It's there might be some sort of transition or something that you're not about that right now. It's not something that makes you happy. You don't see success in it. It depletes you. It's exhausting. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you have negative thoughts about like maybe there's like negative conversations about you, but I'm getting like you have a lot of negative self-doubt. And there's like you go in and out of that. Like one moment you're able to like have confidence in yourself, and then you get trapped back in your thoughts. Like it's a repetitive cycle for you. I feel like there's been some sort of hurt and disappointment that's gone on that's caused you to be defensive. And again, some of you need to speak a truth or have like some sort of communication has caused you to be defensive, and you're just alone right now with your hurt. All right, let's get into your reading, Taurus. Let's see what else Spirit has for you. Okay, we got a pre-message. These two, hold on. These two come. Oh, those were the two that were just out. Well, two of the three that were out. The Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands. And then the Queen of Swords and the Fool. Queen of Cups and the Empress. So for sure you're stepping into like this new opportunity. I feel like you're being truthful with yourself. You're trying to create something that's beneficial for you, but I feel like yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, you're being truthful with yourself and with the situation, and you're loving yourself through the difficulty, and you're leaving all the conflict. You're trying to, like, I feel like you're having more thoughts about like good things, good energy, positive things, and that's helping you to create things. But I feel like there's a concern that somebody's going to be sneaky or shady. There's going to be some deceptive energy, and that causes you to be like doubtful if it's even worth it. But like you're hoping to have something to celebrate. I feel like you have a passion. Like some of you like recently have this new exciting thing that you're like, I feel like there's been a celebration. Some of you might have met somebody out and about. Like if you've went to a Christmas party or something, I feel like you might have met somebody there. I feel like you've been hanging out with that person, spending a lot of time with them. I feel like you're there. The connection's very passionate. Some of you might have a nostalgic connection in some way, shape, or form that you're like, it's reignited some sort of passion within you. There's like a new opportunity that you're passionate about in regards to something that you have a nostalgic connection with, something that you see making a happy family with, or something that you see completing your happy family. In regards to something that was once left out, there's a new opportunity in love for some of you. Take it as it resonates. Don't force the messages. I feel like there's been some sort of healing for something that's been like hurtful, painful. There's been some sort of healing. All right, Taurus. Hold on. You have the Justice, the Lovers, the Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords. Ugh, I forgot what card that was. And the Knight of Wands. I feel like there's been some sort of truth or some sort of awareness. There might have been some sort of divorce or knowledge of divorce that's allowing some sort of passionate movement forward. But I feel like somebody has their guards up against this new start, this potential beginning. Or somebody isn't sure, they're like second guessing how they go about creating it. But they're passionate and they want to move forward. They're trying to create something. They're trying to take a new leap of faith in regards to something that was hurtful, but somebody has their guards up. Because it was hurtful, somebody has their guards up. They're not sure how this approach is going to go. This is very interesting. What the heck? For some of you, I feel like there might be somebody, take it how it resonates. Some of you, you might have a past person that wants to fix something that they broke, or you want to fix something with your past person. For some of you, if you're single, take it as it resonates. Don't force the messages. For some of you, if you're single, you're trying to create something with somebody who is it's gonna not end well. I feel like for some of you, you're offering somebody your heart, and like they might be married, they might be already unavailable, they might just not be interested, or you might not really, like if you come to know them, you might not be interested. But some of you, like, okay, for some of you, this new leap of faith is going to be positive. Like it's going to be something fair and balanced for you. It's going to be something with equal reciprocity. Like I feel like it's going to be, well, shit. For some of you, I'm gonna say Taurus, like majority of you, some of you it's gonna be successful. But if you're single, this is a singles reading. I feel like this is for a singles reading. Or somebody who's like been dating but not in a solid commitment yet. I feel like at the beginning, what the hell? Hold on. You have the Justice, the Fool, the Empress, the Seven of Swords, and the World card. And then you have the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you're interested in correcting something. And then over here you have the Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Tower. Yeah, you guys, somebody wants to end the Three of Wands. Somebody's been praying for some sort of like action to be able to be like a new opportunity in regards to something that was previously done like sneaky or shady. They want to change something. They want to like fix something and like create a new opportunity. They feel like it's fair. They might feel like it's their destiny. They might feel like it's just intended. There was like a heartache. So somebody's hurt and they feel like somebody might be still holding on to that and might have their guard up, so they're nervous about their approach. Somebody can't quit thinking about somebody. I feel like somebody can't, somebody's not seeing everything clearly. Whether it's you or your person, take it as it resonates. Yeah, I feel like there's been a connection where there's been potentially like a misunderstanding involved, and somebody wants to move forward in it. I feel like they're praying for an opportunity to like correct something, or they're praying for something for like the truth. And I feel like it's going to be revealed like quickly and unexpectedly regarding a hurt and some sort of defense, somebody being defensive regarding a hurt. Okay. There's some sort of balance coming in to help you with your wish fulfillment. I feel like you're not getting like, you might feel like it's taking too long, and that's causing you to feel defensive, or your person to feel defensive because it's been taking too long. Like, when is it coming already? There's like a slow process of needing to balance, and it's a lot of work involved. It's a lot of internal work of balancing your thoughts and your emotions, trying to like having negative thoughts, like somebody's not gonna like having negative expectations, but hoping for positive results. Yeah, so be careful with that, because that's not very healthy. You have to be the energy you're wanting to find. All right. Taurus. Yeah, you have the Four of Cups and the Two of Wands. So some of you are needing to be able to okay. So just like these cards say right here, basically for whoever just commented. Sorry, it goes really fast. I'm doing it on my phone, so it's hard to see it. So you have to decide what it is that you want to have. Like, what path do you want in life? Because whatever you're disappointed in right now, if you keep going towards that, it's not going to yield you the results that you want. And if you're thinking of that, and like if you're wanting for your future things, and you're like, I want this connection to be happy and where we trust each other, but you have that expectation or that repetitive experience where people are cheating and they're not trustworthy, then that just makes it over and over again where you keep on having that same experience. You have to be mindful of the direction that you're going in situations, relationships, how you handle people, how you engage, how you interact, what you're giving into it or not. Whatever this disappointment is, like, you're being encouraged to like follow your intuition. I feel like you're being directed to like either go towards someone or go away from someone. Person, place, or thing. It might be a job for some of you, but with the cups here and the wands, I feel like it's a like something you're passionate about. But well, there's the potential, like it's a relationship, like you want a relationship, but you're not happy with your options right now, or you're not happy with you're not happy right now with whatever your option is and you're choosing. You have the Emperor. Somebody might be just in their power too much. I feel like there's like this, for some of you, there might be a misunderstanding there. I feel like there's a misunderstanding going on. I feel like for some of you, there's something you're trying to obtain, but you're not putting in that frequency that you're trying to obtain. You're like, you keep fumbling. Something keeps fumbling in regards to this path, this direction. Yeah, like, I feel like you're trying to control it. I feel like you're trying to control it more than you have the ability to, Taurus. I feel like you're trying to take ownership and like maintain something and have structure in regards to something. You're not happy. You're not satisfied with it. You're trying to pick a path. Do I stay or do I go? And then it's like some things might potentially happen very suddenly, very unexpectedly. I don't know what this is. For some of you, I'm feeling like you're trying to act like you're happy in a connection, but you're really not. I feel like the connection came kind of suddenly, or an obligation came. Okay. For some of you guys, I felt like you might have started a connection and it wasn't all that serious and deep, but I feel like suddenly there like became like a choice. Like this person said, pick me or not, I'm pregnant, are you gonna help or not? Like there quickly became this decision you have to make. And like I feel like it might have impacted your finances. It impacted your world, the way that you do things. There was something you didn't want to see in regards to it, and it was like very devastating for you. There was something you didn't want to acknowledge. For some of you, your partner might have cheated and gotten pregnant elsewhere, and you don't want to, you didn't want to see your person like that. Your person did something that was very hurtful, and it changed your guys' dynamics. It might have cost you a lot of money. For some of you, you might have got a divorce and that cost you a lot of money. I don't know. Let's just get into your cross, Taurus. Hold on. Yeah, the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So you care a lot. You have a lot of emotional interest involved in somebody, and you wanted to fix things. You have the Justice again. I feel like for some of you, your person like told you they wanted a divorce and you didn't want one. You wanted to fight, but there was a lot of fighting involved in the relationship, and you just want to fix the connection. You just want the connection to be better, to be healthier. You want to have a new opportunity to fix the relationship. You don't want to get a divorce. You want to fight for what you have. But I feel like there's been cheating and you didn't want to see it. You've been thinking about it a lot. Like you can't, like, I feel like you stress a lot about your situation, but you don't want to leave it. You want to fix it. You want it to get better. For some of you, there was like this harsh truth that you might have had to like accept, and like you're in the process of processing it, I guess, but it still hurts. Like there was like some sort of betrayal. Somebody did something sneaky and shady, and I feel like you can't Like you can't, like that energy is like sticking with you. Somebody was deceptive. I feel like somebody did something behind your back that caused you some great difficulty. Okay. Let's keep on moving. Taurus. All right. Taurus. Yeah, you have similar cards out again, Taurus. Oh. Okay, so a lot of the same cards coming out were in the pre-messages, but they're in different places. So let's see what those messages are. Sorry guys, bear with me just a second. All right, for Taurus. You might have been the one to file for divorce, Taurus. Okay. Or you maybe not divorce, but there was like some sort of like, hold on, we'll get there. Okay, again, we got a bunch of new cards, but we also got some similar cards, some of the same cards in the pre-shuffle. Okay, the bottom of the deck, you have the 5 of Wands. So there's some sort of fighting going on around you. I hope it's not physical for you. Hold on, let me get this other deck. Yeah, but there's some sort of fighting and arguing going on around you. What the hell? Hold on, guys. Sorry. I have like a bunch of freaking decks everywhere. And there's one specifically that I see in my mind right now, but I can't find it. And I have them everywhere. Oh, shit. Okay, fuck it. It is what it is. I'm just gonna use this. Hold on. I have this bigger ones, but I wanted my minis. Okay. So this, it looks like there's a lot of arguing, there's a lot of fighting going on around you right now. You might be arguing and fighting with yourself, whatever that is for you. Take it as it resonates. But, 8 of Swords and the Empress. So you're coming out of your mind. You're coming out of your thoughts. All the difficulty in regards to making something or creating something, establishing something. You're trying to manifest something and build something. You feel like you're running out of time. You're stuck in your thoughts about how do you create it? How do you, like, do you hang on to this or not? Some of you had to make a harsh decision that took a lot of time, a lot of energy. You tried to like take everybody's best interest into account. But I feel like ultimately you're trying to make the best decisions that are for you, which you should, for sure. Your current energy, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like things are changing around for you. And then crossing you, you have the 2 of Swords. So things are changing around for you in your benefit, but I don't feel like you're realizing it to the full extent. There's something you're not realizing. You might have like confusing emotions right now. You might have like, you might be confused about how you're feeling right now in regards to these changes that are going on. I feel like there's definitely a lot, like there's been a lot of growth, and it's taken a lot of time for you to get to this point. But I feel like there was some sort of decision that you made that was hard for you to make. Let's see. At a soul level, you have the 3 of Pentacles. So at a soul level, you're trying to work on yourself. You're trying to improve things for yourself. I feel like you're trying to create new opportunities for yourself. Some of you might be trying to like improve your, what is it? Like Some of you might be working on your education because you're trying to like get promoted and progress in life, and as far as like your abundance. I feel like you're trying to like get promoted, and like you're just trying to progress financially, emotionally, like in every way possible. You're trying to work on yourself and like really solidify like the things that you want in life. You might be trying to figure out if you want to work on something with somebody, if something can be worked on with somebody. Hold on. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles. Okay, you have the Five of Cups. You're like emotionally disappointed in regards to something. Let's see. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, Three of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Strength card. Okay. There's something that you've been working at for a long time, and you're not emotionally feeling like you're getting what you're needing out of it. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. You've been putting a lot of energy for it, and you're like feeling like you're getting burnt out. There was a point where you were passionate about it. I felt like this might have, like somebody might have approached you, and you're like willing to like work on it, try to build it. There was like something about creating something together. For some of you, like if this is, you might be going to school or learning something, and you're like, it's hard for you, to say that's what you want to do, like for like the long term. There was something that you're trying to create and manifest that like it hurt, so you had to walk away from it. For some of you, I felt like you filed for a divorce from somebody that you were like in a long-term relationship with. You might have had to be like, it was me or you, like you had to pick you over somebody else, and you're confused about how you feel in all of that. Like I feel like you were with this person for a long time, or you felt like really committed to them. You felt like we're doing this together for the long haul. And I felt like it got to the point where there was like some sort of a knowledge. You had to like face a reality about them working on it with you or not, whether you could continue to work on it with them or not. You were getting burnt out. And I felt like you still kept trying. The more that you tried, the more hurt you got by it. Because I felt like they were just whether they were dating people on the side, whether they were sitting at home while you were paying all the bills, whatever it was, you were not getting your needs met, while you were constantly putting out for them and putting in, waiting for them to like provide back. And they never did. They just kept taking and kept expecting more. And it finally got to the point where you just couldn't deal with it no more. So I felt like you filed for divorce. And I felt like yeah, I'm sorry. I felt like it got really hard for you to get to that point, and you had to like really like find love for yourself before you got able to file for divorce. And you had to find a confidence within yourself. You had to find yourself again in order to get the confidence to file for divorce. I felt like you kept on thinking that maybe they could do it. Maybe they could do it, until finally there was like this harsh reality, like it's going to keep on happening. Like they're never going to be able to do it. And I feel like you're sad about how you feel, and you wish you didn't feel the way that you felt. I feel like you're very confused. Like I feel like pieces of you still wish that it could have been fixed and built together and like worked on. But I feel like there's other pieces of you that realize like it wasn't gonna work. Like they were gonna constantly be taking and taking and taking. Like it was exhausting dealing with them. Yeah, in your recent past as well, you have the Ten of Swords. So something was just like too much. It finally got to the point you couldn't deal with it no more. You finally got to the point you had to drop it and leave it and just let it go. I feel like you were in an abusive relationship. I'm sorry, Taurus. I hope you're realizing that you don't deserve that. I hope you're investing in yourself now. I like that's why you're confused. Like you're very dedicated. Like in your thoughts, you have the Hierophant in the reverse. So you don't have you're not wanting to be married to this person. You're not wanting um to like be committed any longer, even though you were for so long. This person has hurt you to a point that you cannot go back anymore. You cannot continue to fight again, not one more try with this person. And I feel like you're very confused about that. Like I feel like you fight within yourself about this, because there's a time where like you love this person and you wanted it to work, but it got to the point you just couldn't anymore. You had to like you had to realize that you had to do better for yourself because they weren't going to. You couldn't depend on them. You had to fight for yourself. I swear some of you were like physically like you like this person acted like there was like everything was going to be good, and like they loved you and they cared, but they weren't. They were abusive. They were like mentally and emotionally, physically, for some of you, abusive. And so you had to finally like, and I felt like it took a long time for you to get to that point. And there's like benefits that you're not seeing. There's things that you're still not seeing in regards to this change that you've made. Your near future, you have the Queen of Cups. So in your near future, you're going to like be focusing on yourself, focusing on self-love. I feel like you're going to be using your intuition more. Somebody's going to be coming in your near future. Um, Take it as it resonates. It might be a friend. It might be somebody that's interested in you romantically. But I feel like there's somebody that's going to be coming in your near future, and they're going to be helping you to recognize the beauty within yourself, like inside and out. Like you bring a lot to the table. There's a lot that you offer. I feel like I feel like you've kind of lessened the value that you have on yourself because of the situations that you've been dealing with. For some of you, I feel like you're not thinking. For some of you, if this is work, sorry, if this is related to school, you're not wanting to do this anymore. You're wanting to like drop out, change your major, whatever it is for you. You're wanting to like quickly change something, but you don't know. Like your parents might be paying for college or something. There's somebody who has another involvement in it, but I feel like you're like wanting to like cut the ties. You're not wanting to move forward in it. And I feel like there's somebody in your near future that's going to be inspiring you and motivating you. How you see yourself is the World card. So you see some sort of change taking place. You know things are changing for you right now. The Justice card right here is how other people see you. So whoever this is for, this is a reading where somebody had went through a long relationship. They were more than likely physically, emotionally abused, maybe in other ways as well. And they had to get to that point of realizing that they even though they cared about somebody, even though they wanted to work on things, that they had to put themselves first. And it was a harsh reality for them to see. And they finally got to the point where they didn't think of the relationship anymore in the way that they used to. They didn't think of the commitment in the way that they used to. And during this change, there was something they weren't able to see. There's still something you're not able to see. There's a lot of fighting going on around you. I feel like for some of you, like if you are dealing with the narcissist, it's so good to just do no contact and leave those people, places, things alone. It allows you to have like a cut from them, a break from them, where you can have space from what they're telling you. They're not constantly feeding you toxicity where you're absorbing it. Like there gets to be a point where like you're being fed like BS, right? And you have to remove yourself so that you're not being fed BS no more. Like I feel like in the near future, that's what you're going to be heading into. There's going to be some sort of compassion bestowed upon you. Not bestowed, but somebody's going to be compassionate towards you. They're going to like kind of see things from your perspective. And some of you might be enlightened about something in your near future. And that's going to help you to like feel more compassion for yourself. But your hopes and or fears, you have the Fool card. So you're hoping for a new opportunity, but I feel like you're fearful of it as well. Whoever this is, if you are getting a divorce after a marriage for a long time and you've been like abused, I feel like you're like scared to try this new endeavor, to start new. I feel like you're used to things that are difficult, like people fighting, people being argumentative. But you're headed towards the Ten of Cups. You're headed towards a happily ever after. You're headed towards like feeling like your needs are being met, feeling like you're emotionally stable and secure and happy. Feeling like you you don't need anything. You don't have to argue with people. Like everything's kind of stable and settled. I feel like it's kind of a long journey ahead of you, but definitely once you're able to like clear out this energy where you're not allowing yourself to see something and you are able to learn the lessons and appreciate the value and the blessings that you have in your life, I feel like there's going to be beautiful things for you, Taurus. Okay, don't forget how wonderful and amazing you are. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Help my channel grow. Till next time, don't forget to be kind to yourself and others.